And I just spent way too much time going over the validity of a visual pun on Tumblr, and all I can do now is feel sorry for the people on Tumblr. Morning. The camera was having trouble initializing again. I hit record and then it sit there at 0 seconds and then go back, and it's like it was just not initializing the recording. Also, I dropped the phone yesterday at Cleveland, which is fine because it's got a case and I dropped it on the turf. Yeah. So it's like, what's the deal? Yeah, I didn't realize that I wouldn't be able to plug in headphones, so I've been fishing out turf from the hole with a safety pin. Because I just stick it down in there and
we don't have a paper clip.
Huh?
And because we don't have any paper clips.
It doesn't really matter. I would need to use the safety pin anyways because I need something pointy to be able to pierce through the turf and try to see if I can squirm and see if I can, and I have to let it sit in there for a while for the rubber to kind of really push back. And then I have to like twist it a little bit and then see if it'll come out, and it usually isn't because it's stuck on something, but then I can, after about 10 minutes, I can try to suck the turf out of the... We need new phones desperately. My phone is a mess, I know, and we need new phones, but things are getting really crammed up right now with stuff, and probably help the vlogs better because of the problems. And I'll be able to take pictures of shit again. Because his got the weird zebra stripe stuff going on, and you can like easily filter that stuff out. I'm not sure on yours, but mine's just a weird color problem, and you can kind of filter it out on Instagram, but doesn't always work. So anything for you? I mean, I got a busy day. Willie wants to go hill sprint this morning, then I take him to work this afternoon, but then I have to do shopping in between there and run by the butcher. So it's like...
Oh, I wanted to ask you to get V8 Splash.
Why?
Because I want a water bottle.
Alright.
I realize that's like the worst reason, but...
Okay.
But yeah, aside from that, today is a pretty typical day. I don't think I have anything big coming up.
I wish you could kind of record at work, but he can't use his camera on the actual floor, so... Not that I would be able to put it in the vlogs anyways. Whatever. Nike shuttle, lots of folks. I have a sneaky suspicion that his train's gonna be coming real soon. That and the one over here just left. So, yeah, still more people. A lot of people. This is like typical, like your train's coming any moment.
Yeah.
Damn it. I was hoping you would like fully yawn and see if we could make it infectious after the fact. Someone on the other side of the country, like hours from now, start yawning because you recorded it, and we'll have that weird weeping angel sort of shit going on.
A yawn infects whatever it is, or whatever it's...
Well, yeah, is a yawn infectious while it's being recorded? Because we figured that one out on the ASAP Science.
Yeah. You made it through, what, all but the last one? Because
all of them.
You made it through all of them, and then me making noise while yawning triggered
I didn't have to look at you. Because we weren't... I was watching the screen, and then you went...
Ah! Damn it. See, I'm super susceptible to yawns.
I know.
Like, talking about yawns makes me yawn most of the time.
Yeah. I'm not saying I'm immune to it. I could just put down the mental discipline. Because I have the little itching in the corners of the mouth that makes me just want to do that. And muscles want to pull back.
Stop that.
Alright, fine. I'll squat and stretch my hamstrings. Make sure my knees get fully bent and whatnot. Coffee?
No thanks.
I
had some. Not yours.
Not mine.
Not yours with the absurdly high caffeine content.
It's the same coffee.
But per 8 ounces of my coffee, I've got like an ounce and a half of milk.
The coffee is still the same stuff. You just lessen.
I dilute it.
You diluted the liquid in your cup, but the coffee in that cup is still the same ratio. So yeah, we've got apparently also a couple people in the fleet that are like boycotting Cryptic because of this like change. Apparently Cryptic doesn't want weapons to shields on warp cores to be anything less than epic. So they're changing it over to ox to shields or something like that. And people are complaining, and I'm like, people use weapons to shield? Like, I posted this long thing in the fleet forum. They're like, I didn't think anybody used weapons to shield. I thought everyone was trying to move other things to weapons to get more power. I mean, you guys have...
Yeah,
like,
I can see it that way.
and, well, I seriously said, I'm like, you guys have like 3 shield buff consoles, and then your warp core has weapons to shields? What? And I'm sitting here with like half shield power and a resilient shield. I've got 17,000 shields with the one console that's the science crafted console. It's just like, imagine if I had a covariant, I'd have probably 20,000 shields right now.
Yeah.
And these people are like, oh, I have nowhere close to that. They have like 13,000 shields. And I'm like, God, your ships are shitty.
Probably also cruisers or escorts.
They're most likely cruiser. Well, at least
Actually,
Hal has
they're
it.
probably... Okay.
You know, and then it's just changing. I didn't even know people use that modification. And I'm like, what? And then there's something else that's changing that I didn't really pay attention to. But I'm just like, I wrote up and I'm like, I have had shit change in this game involved with science offense since like the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, Ox didn't actually affect science abilities until 2012 when the game came out in 2010. Gravity Well didn't affect, like, Graviton Generators didn't have a good coefficient for its pull, for its negative repel. Coding, actually. It works on a negative repel versus, and then its radius. Graviton Generators didn't work until 2013. And I'm like, you gotta remember, like, science wasn't good until, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything, final words?
I don't think so. Oh, I used the ice cream on the apple thing.
Yeah?
And now I have a frozen banana and nothing to use it in.
It's a frozen banana.
Yeah.
You can always make a chocolate banana protein shake tonight.
True.
But the banana's frozen, and
Yeah.
the magic bullet doesn't like frozen things.
So I'll have to thaw it a little.
Do you want me to pull it out at a certain time?
Yeah. Probably around 4:30.
I'll pull it out at 4. Oh, snap. I forgot to tell you guys. So, Monday, I had to make kind of this week 2 trips down to Cleveland area because, well, Tuesday was I went down to Cleveland and I did a lot of the stuff that I trained with on Raphael. Just sort of went over it in my head, made sure I had an idea how he was teaching and whatnot. Have another thing on Friday with him. But Monday, I went down to the rough same area of town. I mean, we're only like 10 blocks away to meet up with Isaac and Mondo from Oh Those Boys YouTube channel. Link will be below. They're really nice. Isaac, I talked with Isaac most. Just probably like with Aaron and I, there's one that's more social than the other. And once you get to know us, it turns out being me. So we walked around, got some coffee, and then we went inside this little local shop that sells incense and like local cookware and stuff, whatever. Talked about coffee pots a little bit and who I was and who they are. Spent a little more time talking about me, but I really try not to. But anyways, so what else have we got? Oh, funny thing is, I don't ever plan on using the TriMet app for my tickets again because of that incident we had where the phones were dead after Comic-Con. Was it Comic-Con? Anyways, the phones were dead and we couldn't validate our tickets. So when we hopped off the Max to get our tickets, the cop people, security, caught us and gave us tickets. It was like a while back. But anyways, so I'm not using the thing anymore, and I used to grab it for arrival times. And I'll probably still keep it because I rarely ever open it, and sometimes I just need it. But now Google Now weird, creepy, detects when I'm at a max station. Like right now, I'm not sure when this happened, but I noticed it Monday. I pulled out my phone to check something, and it had a little like blue location dot, and I was like, uh-oh, what's that mean? So the location dot basically says, we've located you at a max station. Here are the arrival times. And it says which one's west and which one's east, because it's really hard to tell when we're, oh, pardon me, which side of the platform you're on GPS wise. I mean, considering it's like here versus here, there's not much of a GPS difference when we have like a 3-foot error. Anyways, that's that. Go check out Isaac and Mondo. They were up here visiting some of Isaac's family, and you know, subscribe to us. 2 gay couples, yay! They're in college, so they're young and spry and full of hope. And we're kind of that older couple. I mean, yeah, God, we've been together 8 years, so the AV sync's probably off. We'll just cut this off right here.